Ivy Valentine subscribes to Mark Yoon, so should you. Enjoy your treat!
Welcome to the timeline differences video for TAKI. Now this one is a fan favorite and I know a lot of people have been waiting for this one, so let's just jump right into the video and compare the two timelines between TAKI's new story and her old story. TAKI's story begins as far back as Soul Edge. Not much is known about her upbringing aside from the fact that she was orphaned at some point. But when we first met her, she is a demon hunting ninja from the Fuma clan, who hunts down demons with the help of her blade Rikimaru. However, Rikimaru is grown noticeably weaker and begins to have a hard time against the demons she fights. She decides that she wants to find Soul Edge so that she can use it to restore Rikimaru's strength. In SoulCalibur, while overseas, she saves Sofitia's life and defeats Cervantes. She manages to extract a shard of Soul Edge from Sofitia and tries to meld it into Rikimaru, but to no avail. However, she is easily able to meld it to another blade, Mekimaru, becoming a new evil blade in SoulCalibur 2. TAKI began to fear that the leader of her clan, TOKI, would want Mekimaru for himself, so she decided to leave the clan and find Soul Edge. TAKI realized that she could pit Mekimaru and Soul Edge against each other and destroy them both, so she sets out to find it. To her disappointment though, Nightmare had already been defeated and she couldn't get rid of Mekimaru, as she had planned to. In the back of her mind though, she feels an urge to learn and master this new demonic blade. Some ninja from the Fuma clan attack her and made a point not to kill her. TAKI was quick to defeat them and was able to deduce that TOKI had sent them so that they could get information from her about Soul Edge. She traveled back to Japan and felt another evil energy of the sword. After returning to Japan, she eventually confronted TOKI, who was fully under demonic control. TAKI had no choice but to take his life, despite the fact that he was her mentor and the closest thing that she had to a father. In the new timeline, TAKI is in an interesting position on the roster because virtually nothing has changed in her story between the timelines, except for the fact that killing of TOKI takes place a few years earlier. Because of this, it is difficult to really know what direction her story can go in. Layla's thoughts. The best indicator at this point for what TAKI's trajectory will be is probably the people around her. She might be the same as before so far, but the world that she is in, the people around her aren't necessarily so. We see that she interacts with Mitsurugi and even Sofitia and Cassandra in the gameplay dialogue, whereas she didn't seem to have much in the way of a relationship with any of these characters before. That makes me think that this time around, there's a possibility that she will maybe join another character's story instead of maintaining her sort of lone wolf story model. If we consider the theory about Mitsurugi being a contender for Algol to possess, could it be possible that TAKI will make an active effort to stop that from happening? Could it be possible that TAKI will save Sofitia once again from some sort of horrible fate, considering that Sofitia has a shard inside her and the swords and shepherds might potentially want? Who knows? Mark's thoughts. Okay, so TAKI is one of my favorite characters and she is one of my mains. I definitely like her as a character, and I love her weapon style. I love the kunai. I really liked SoulCalibur 3, and I missed that style where you can actually do like the different types of fire attacks and stuff like that for the custom characters, and I wish that would kind of come back. But Layla's right, there is not much of a difference between the old timeline and the new timeline, but she's also correct in that there's a lot of differences that surround her concerning like people that are a part of SoulCalibur. And definitely the biggest contender for that change is probably Sofitia still having the evil shard lodged inside of her with nowhere to go. Now, TAKI definitely can actually do different things in this timeline, especially when it concerns other characters, like not just saving Sofitia. But we can also make it a point to try to have her team up maybe with Mitsurugi, or once again try to stop Mitsurugi from becoming the next vessel for Algol. We can also have her team up with Yoshimitsu or some other kind of cool like ninja team up kind of battle. There's a lot of things in potential that can happen with TAKI, especially because the differences are so numerous. And I'm not exactly sure which direction it'll take, but I think that she's going to play a lot bigger of a role in this story than she has in the past. TAKI being of the Fuma clan can also have and invite more storyline containing them. Maybe we'll get someone else from the Fuma clan who actually does become possessed by Mekimaru or some form of the shards that the swords and shepherds are looking for. Perhaps one of the swords and shepherds actually turns out to be someone that TAKI knows, and we can actually get some good inner character dialogue with her and some interpersonal time of connections. I don't know exactly like how that would work or whatever, because a lot of the swords and shepherds have already been predetermined and pointed out, but there's definitely some there for us to actually go in and consider. She is one of my favorite characters, so I do want to see more of what she has to go for her in the story, and there's not a lot that we can actually contend with because, like we've been saying, her story is probably the closest resemblance to her past story that we've seen thus far, but that still doesn't mean that things are going to change because there's everyone else in the surrounding stuff around her that are changing. So she might actually just be the catalyst and the stand-in for us to witness that change. I want to thank you guys for watching this Timeline Differences video. I will be back with another one probably in 2 weeks, so keep in mind for that. Be sure to check out all my recent shorts and check out all the videos that you need to catch up on and you missed. And in the comment section down below, let me know what you think about these Timeline Differences videos and TAKI in particular. Where do you think her story is going to go? Any and all thoughts are always welcome in the comment section down below, as well as on the Discord. Link is in the description box down below. And as I always say, guys, I love it. Thank you.
And thank you.